Scarlet Park, Bubba Sparks.
Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere.
Almost every book I list has case study questions, but I like to make sure that I point that out because on the test, it's a lot of questions that's like case study type. Like, it's not gonna be like a blunt out question. Like, it's not gonna be a question like, okay, what needle do you use to take blood out of the finger? And you just think it's just gonna be capillary. Like, no, it's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be like, okay, so Molly went into the hospital today and she had to get blood drawn. What's up, YouTube? It's Desi and I'm back with another video, y'all. So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about basically books that can help you pass your medical certification test. So I listed like 5 books that can pretty much help you out. This video was highly requested. Now the library has been closed due to coronavirus, but however, there are certain stores that you can go at to get these books, as far as with Target, Walmart, or you can order it online, as far as with Amazon and whatnot. But for the most part, I made sure that I wrote on here as far as for the cost or a way for you to kind of like get the book or whatnot. So let's get right into this video to discuss the top 5 best medical assistant books to help you pass your exam. Alright, so y'all, so the first book is going to be the Medical Assistant Exam Prep book. It's a purple book. Pretty much you can get it from your local library. Pretty much if you get it from your library and you have your library card, it's only going to be $2. I'm sorry. If you don't have a library card, it's going to be $2 to get one. If you're going to be using your library card to get the book is free. It only takes at least about 3 to 7 business days to get there. And yeah, so but if you do want to look for purchasing the book online, it's at your local Target. It's only for $14 as far as for this book. And don't forget, it's a purple book. So pretty much this book is it's the MA book that provides in-depth content. It has RMA, which is Registered Medical Assistant, and CMA, which is Certified Medical Assistant exams, diagnostics tests to help you target your area. It has a full-length practice test of 300 questions. It also includes electronic health records and case study practice questions, and etc. As far as for this book, one good thing I can say about this book is that I love how many practice tests it has in there. You do not want to make sure that you write in the book unless you purchase it, but however, I will always just like go back to certain like topics that I felt like I needed more help on. So as far as for like, I was really good with phlebotomy, EKG. I was good on those type of questions, but I really did need help with the medical office management questions, also law, ethics, just those type of categories. So it's really in depth with that. I just really like how detailed the book is. So with that book, it's a lot of like fill in the blank questions, like I said, case study questions, pretty much questions that can kind of help target you to get you to the point where you need. Now it does have a similarity question that you'll see on the NCCT, or I would say the NHA. However, it's not the exact questions, but just similar questions that'll kind of help you pass it. So once you see the book with the purplish looking color in it, you know you got that book, and I would definitely recommend it as far as for helping you pass your medical assistant exam. Up next, I actually still have this book. I don't know where it's at right now, but it's kind of torn up. But you guys always see that big textbook I always show in the videos. That's the Kinns Medical Assistant book. It costs $14. Now I got mine's free due to Fortis, because I still got that from my Fortis college experience for medical assistant. But however, if you're looking to book that, it's a couple of links online, and I saw the first link that popped up for that book. It was only $14. In this book, it has a variety. When I mean a variety, like we use this book the whole entire time for medical assistant schooling. So definitely this is a good book. It has a lot of information, a variety of exercises to test content, and also knowledge and critical thinking skills. It includes case scenario questions, plenty of case scenario questions. That's one good thing I can say about this book. And the book has plenty of diagrams and like pictures to kind of help you out as far as for understanding certain topics, especially with anatomy and physiology. It's a real nice, good textbook and a good start off as far as for medical assistant. You can't go wrong with a Kinns book. So, and it also has different editions and stuff like that. So make sure you're getting the one that's up to date. Even I feel like the older books, as far as for medical assistant, has a lot more information than the newer books. But it just all depends on the type of learning technique that you're trying to do. So when you see that orangish looking book, that's the Kinns book that I'm talking about. All right, up next is going to be the NCCT review book, National Center for Competency Testing. Pretty much that's the book that I end up having when we did all of our case study questions and review questions for the NCCT. That was for our college prep class as far as for passing the NCCT. So pretty much when you get towards your externship, you're going to have your college ready class as far as for helping you pass your test. And this is going to be the book that provides you with. Now, every medical assistant schooling is different, so they may give you a different book, but this was the book we had. And I actually liked this one because it went in depth with the topics. It wasn't the exact same questions that you will see on NCCT, but it has a similar idea as far as for what you will be seeing. I definitely would say the phlebotomy part, almost every question I felt like was on there, it was just worded a different way. So on this on this book, it has practice tests for test categories. Like I said, it has real life questions similar to the test. It also has the case study questions, and it also has a lot of diagram questions as far as with anatomy and physiology. And the good thing about this book, it shows the different rhythms as far as for EKG. That's something good to remember on. I felt like this book kind of helped me out as far as for my EKG skills, because now with the NCCT, you're gonna get whatever's thrown at you. You may get like 4 questions for EKG and then 10 questions for phlebotomy or whatever, but I feel like this book really helped out as far as for understanding the different rhythms as far as for EKG, because you'll be able to see which one is probably like a certain way as far as for like a slow rhythm than a fast rhythm EKG or whatnot. So that kind of helped out, and those pictures are kind of hard to understand, so I would definitely make sure that you pay attention on those type of questions. Alright, so the next book is going to be Introduction to Health Professions, 2nd edition. This one was free as well too. I got this from Fortis College. This is how this book looks. This book contains a lot of information when you're trying to go as far as for introduction into healthcare. So it has a lot of like prefix, a lot of suffix for medical words. It also has a lot of case study questions as far as for like, what would you do if you were the medical assistant in that scenario? Another good thing I can say is the beginning stage as far as for the medical field. So this was like right off the back, as soon as I started my medical assistant schooling, for introduction into health care professions for the first term that we had, this was the main book that we were working out of. We got quizzed out of this book a lot, so it's definitely the beginning stage of medical field. Again, it had a lot of prefix, suffix of words. You had to understand the base meaning of words. It has chapter study review questions, and it has outline case study questions. So every book I list has case study questions, but I like to make sure that I point that out, because on the test, it's a lot of questions that's like case study type. Like, it's not going to be like a blunt out question. Like, it's not going to be a question like, okay, what needle do you use to take blood out of the finger? And you just think it's just going to be capillary. Like, no, it's not going to be like that. It's going to be like, okay, so Molly went into the hospital today and she had to get blood drawn. She wanted to get blood drawn on her finger, so what kind of blood drawn to, like, it's something like that. So those are the type of questions that'll be on the test. And the last book I recommend to people would be the Pearson's Comprehensive Medical Assistant book. You can get that at your local library as well too. This book helps teach both hands-on procedures and soft skills in medical assistant classes. The chapters consist of Introduction to Healthcare, Administrative Medical Assisting, Anatomy and Physiology, Clinical Medical Assisting, and Career Assistance. It has 237 administrative and clinical procedures that you'll be able to learn as far as for hands-on, just to kind of get an idea as far as for how hands-on procedures are. But these are the list of the top 5 books that I feel like that can kind of help you out as far as for your medical assistant journey. Do purchase these books if you're able to get them free for school. I would definitely take it that route, because medical assistant school is not cheap, so try to get as many free books as you can. In the meantime, I'm hoping everybody enjoy themselves, stay safe from this virus, y'all, and peace.